Everyone's most loved and most hated and most overrated topic, gear. Let's talk about it. So I'm gonna go to a trip to Italy tomorrow, and I was planning on packing my camera gear backpack. So I thought to myself, why not just take you guys along? So yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about. Gonna pack my camera gear for cinematic gear. So starting off with this is my camera backpack. It's a KNF concept one. It has like those multiple layers where you can put in your stuff. Like you can move them around. It's super convenient. You can just rip it off like that and just put it back in. It has also some shelves up here where you can store like your personal stuff, your personal data, passport, or maybe just hard drive, cables, whatever. Which I added to this backpack, which is the most important one. It's gonna be this clip right here. I'm telling you guys, this clip is a game changer. When you're out traveling, when you're wherever, you don't want to have always this camera in your hand, especially when you have a bulky lens like this. I'm gonna come back to this one in a second. You don't want that, so you can just clip on the camera onto this, and then it won't fall off unless you press the button. So it's super convenient. I think this is my most favorite tool for my camera setup. So moving on with my first lens, which is the first lens that I bought for my camera back then. I'm shooting on a Sony ZV-E10. This is I think the vlogging camera. It's perfect for taking videos. It has smooth stabilization, and I think the price range is just crazy good for beginners. It's not gonna break the bank, and it's just everything you need in one camera. Coming back to this lens, this is the Tamron 17-70 f2.8. This lens has done me so well. This is the most cinematic lens that you can get for this price range, in my opinion. For vlogging, it's quite heavy and bulky. That's why I switched to the new lens, which I'm gonna come back to in a bit. But it's quite heavy and bulky. But 17 centimeters is still, millimeters is still very good to vlog. You can also hold the camera by the lens itself, which is also quite convenient. But besides that, if you want to have cinematic B-roll or overhead, like talking A-roll like this, like shooting at 35 is great for talking heads, or like 50-50 for close-ups. This lens covers it all, and I really can just recommend it. I'm gonna make a more in-depth review about which I prefer more, the one that I have currently on, the 10-18 f4 or the 17-70. But this is for the lens. It's gonna go into my backpack because when I'm in Italy, I want some cinematic shots. Well, talking about cinematography and something that I bought originally for my exchange semester in Japan, but then I think it's something that there's just like benefit of having it, is a drone, a DJI drone. It's a f1.7. I don't think it really matters with drones, to be honest, that much. I bought it off eBay Kleinanzeigen, which is like the American equivalent of Facebook Marketplace, for quite a good deal. It has those sensors in the front. I bought it in the creator bundle because the batteries die pretty quick, to be honest. So this is great to just switch them out super quick, super efficient. And just having the chance to get like those, first of all, it's super nice to have the top view, and it's also just nice to cut from one scene to another scene, get some nice time lapses, and just overall it's such a unique point of view. And this thing doesn't weigh anything. You can just put it in your pocket, and I think on Facebook Marketplace and, like I said, eBay Kleinanzeigen, there's some pretty good deals out there. So I think this is a tool which is always in my creator kit, and it's also gonna be in the creator kit, like I said, with the extra batteries that come with it, because it dies quite early, so it's nice to have some spare. Next up, we got something which is super important. It's the KNF concept lens. It's like the variable ND filter. you can imagine this like a sunglasses for your camera. When you here you can adjust the ND stops. You're not always gonna have the best lighting conditions outside, and especially if you're shooting a lot outside or vlogging, then when it's like noon, the light's gonna be super harsh. So this is where this comes into play, and you can just like put it onto the camera, and the camera's gonna adjust to it. So it's pretty nice, especially when it's super bright outside and when the light is super harsh. Next up, some other essentials for the camera, especially batteries, spare batteries. I've got 4 in total, which is perfect for me if I have like a long day of shooting, and I think 4 is more than enough, depending on the camera that you use as well, depending on how much you shoot with. I just had to have 4 with the small rig combo. They came 2, and then I bought another additional 2, so I can have this charging spot, which is great because I can just charge 2 at once. Mics. I've got a shotgun mic on top of this camera. It's the Rode microphone. I think I bought it for 20 or 30 euros on Amazon, which is a pretty nice deal, a good quality in my opinion. And these are the ones that I got. This is the DJI Mic 2. I just like to have the flexibility to get like some shots more away from the camera, more, to get more unique perspectives, unique angles, and still have great audio. And I think these do a crazy good job. They're not the most cheapest, to be fair, but the quality, like this is the 32-bit float microphone, which is not really necessary if you don't care about those specifics, but if you care about it, this is like, you can't mess your audio up with 32-bit float. Like this is crazy. You can't speak too loud, too quiet. This one is just saves it. It saves it internally up to 8 gigabytes, and also if you put the transmitter on your camera, it's gonna put it right and sync it right onto your camera, which is, easier than that. It's not possible. This is my Muji notebook. This is the one that says Dennis Life Season 2. So this is the one where I journal every day, and I keep this journal where I also write my thoughts about my videos as well. So this is why I keep it with me all the time, and I customize it a little bit just to make it more mine. I think it's super nice just to have with you. It's super sleek, and it's always good to have a notebook on your hand. Now we're gonna talk about this one. This is my tripod, which is super light. I think it weighs less than a kilogram. It's a Sidoi, I don't know how to pronounce it, to be honest, carbon tripod, which I also have a PG Tech quick release attachment on top of that. And guys, let me tell you this, those PG Tech quick releases, game changer. Like, I can now just take off this tripod, like this camera from this tripod, which is also like a PG Tech Mantis pod, and just clip it onto this, and it's done. I just love it. It's super convenient. If I want to have a shot which I have to catch, I don't want to, open this screw here, screw there. Like, this is too complicated, and I think that's really worth the money. Back to the tripod. It folds up like this. It's like a travel tripod, which is super compact. Like this, and it suits perfectly to the side of my back. And now I can have this tripod here on the side. It doesn't take up that much space, and it doesn't even weigh anything. Then I can put the rest of the camera gear inside of here, and that's pretty much it, to be honest. Like I said, this is the most convenient thing, which I like the most. Besides the other quick release here as well. Like, those quick releases are super important for me. I don't know why, but it just takes up so much stress, especially if I feel uncomfortable to film in public or whatever. I just don't want to, do business. Just put it on and off. This one, I just put on my neck all the time. It's my little camera that I bought in Japan. It's a I don't want to say digital camera. It's like that type of vibe. You can put like an SD card here. It records photos and videos. The quality of it, see for yourself. It's pretty funny and cute. It also records voice. I think it's like a super nice gimmick, and I just carry it here with me on my neck. Obviously, the best camera is already in your hand. Like, remember this, like the phone, you got everything on it already. Wide lens, close lens, the microphone is already on studio level recording. So just, if you don't have any of this, like, you don't need it. You could just start off by using your phone. Like, this is just because I like it. I like the tech stuff here and play with it, but this is really just everything you need. And last but not least, I'm gonna show you guys the camera setup. So this is it. This is the camera. This is the Sony ZV-E10, as I mentioned, standing on a PG Tech Mantis pod, which is also super compact. You can just, fold it together, fold it up. It has a quick release plate on the side, and you can adjust the head knob right here. There's one more thing that I want to mention, that no matter what type of gear you have, there's really no reason to get the best gear or whatever, because first of all, there's a level where the input of money is not gonna get you a higher output of camera, if that makes sense. So the more money you spend on a camera, the less you're gonna get from the camera, because the improvements are gonna be so tiny. And to make matters even worse, it's gonna be even more complicated to use the camera. You're gonna have more settings, you're gonna have more manual settings in the post-production. So staying and keeping your setup as simple as possible and just to get the videos out is way more important than having the best gear that is out there. So that's why just use what you have. Get to know this gear from the top of your heart, from the top of your head, and then once you feel comfortable enough and feel like you reach a certain level where you're like, okay, you know what, like I've used this gear for a long enough time, it's time to upgrade maybe. I think that then it's appropriate, right? But if you're gonna just buy the gear because you want the most fancy gear, 10-bit, like I'm also guilty of that, of course, but that's why I speak out of this experience. I wouldn't recommend it. It's just gonna be a bigger headache, to be honest. Like especially sound, like, which is so important. Like, I was trying to record internally, then synchronize it with the software, then use the phone memo records. Like, this was too complicated and everything, but that's what I said. The best camera and everything you have is already in your hands. Just get going with this. That's all you need.